to Rachaelmakes. Today we're going to make a no-cook chocolate broken biscuit cake. Okay, so I'll show you what we need. We need 150 grams of butter or margarine. I would say 3 tablespoons, you don't need to be particularly accurate here, 3 generous tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, a tablespoon of cocoa, actually I think I'll put a little bit more in there than that. Okay, so a tablespoon and a half. You can tell that this is not an accurate recipe, other than the fact that you just don't want to have too much butter, because then that makes a nasty greasy mess. And then 3 generous tablespoons of golden syrup. We also need a packet of digestive biscuits, which I believe are known as graham crackers in America. I'm probably completely wrong about that. Okay, so if we wanted to get this easier off the spoon, I could have used a nice hot spoon for that and put the spoon in boiling water first, but I didn't think of that. Okay, so I'm going to put all of this in here, and then we're going to melt it together on a gentle heat on the hob. Okay, so whilst all the other ingredients are melting on a low heat together, I'm going to get my Charles and Di tea towel here, and I've got a 400 gram packet of digestive biscuits. You don't have to use digestive biscuits. You could use rich tea biscuits or even shortbread biscuits or whatever it is you like. I particularly like digestive biscuits. Or you could put these in a plastic bag and give them a bash. But when I've found that when I've done that, I've managed to make a hole in the bag. So if you had a really thick plastic bag, you could do it. But just give them a good bash with a rolling pin or similar, brick maybe. So what we don't want is loads of crumbs, but at the same time, all of them to have been bashed to some extent, so we want a mixture of kind of biscuit pieces and biscuit crumbs. Okay, so this has all been melted together, so now I'm going to try and put all of the biscuit crumbs into here. As you can see, this, ooh, a few on the floor there, this recipe is not rocket science. Okay, this is a great one for children to do. And just mix all of that in. Okay, so this is all mixed in now. Now if you wanted to, you could put dried fruit, marshmallows and that kind of thing in here, which would make it then basically into Rocky Road. But this is more of an old-fashioned recipe actually. This is something that we used to have when I was a child, and I don't think I knew the existence of Rocky Road in those days. I obviously had a very sheltered childhood, and actually my family prefer it without the bits of fruit and so on in it. Okay, so all I've done is I've just lined a baking dish with some foil, so you could use whatever you liked, any tin or anything that you thought was a suitable size. It's up to you as to how thin or thick you want it to be. I'm just going to spread it all out, pat it down, just into the corners. And then once that's done, this thing needs to go into the fridge. Okay, so this is now going to go into the fridge for a good couple of hours just to harden up. So this has been in the fridge now. So what I've done is I've got a really cheap 100 gram bar of chocolate, which I've melted. You don't have to do this, but it's quite nice to have a little bit of chocolate over. Now this isn't enough chocolate to completely cover the cake. If you wanted to, you could just melt more chocolate and have, you know, completely chocolate covered. But I'm too tight to do that, so I just used what I've got, which was this 1 bar. This bar of chocolate actually cost me 37p, so just drizzle it over the top. that was my recipe for broken biscuit cake. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. If you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe, and I'd love to hear your comments. Nice ones, please. Bye bye.